And we are back. Welcome back to Esso versus Erik. And it is time for the Manchester derby at Old Trafford. Manchester United against Manchester City in the Premier League. Fourth versus third. Going into this game, both sides sit on the same number of points. But before we get into it, a quick update from the Champions League game that took place off camera in between the last episode and this one. It was a game where we mainly just played our youngsters. It was a 4-0 victory, but I say youngsters, the first 2 goals of the game came from Johnny Evans. It was then a youngster, Mejia, coming off the bench who scored 2 goals in the second half to round off a 4-0 win. The only slight concern coming out of it is that we have lost Sergio Reguilon. He has sadly picked up a knee ligament injury, which will only see him miss the next 2 to 3 weeks, but it is another injury for us. Christian Eriksen as well has picked up a twisted ankle. He'll miss another 2 to 3 weeks. It's already the second injury of the season for Eriksen. However, you would have noticed on that Champions League screen that Rashford is back and he will be available for this Manchester derby. Now, unfortunately, in the real-life fixture, this was a comfortable 3-0 win for Manchester City, surrounded with controversy, as always, with that Rodri-Rasmus Højlund incident. But in the end, it was a comfortable 3-0 win to Manchester City. But us going into this game, we are off the back of 9 consecutive wins on this series. And best believe we are going into this game against Manchester City with positivity, with the desire and the determination to win it. We are not changing our tactics one little bit. We are going for it. We're going in with the intention to beat Manchester City in this derby. And with that in mind, today's starting lineup is as followed. It is Bayanda still in goal. Onana should be back for next episode, but he won't be available for today. Wan-Bissaka comes in at right back, just for that little bit of extra defensive solidarity. Varane and Martinez continue at centre-back with Luke Shaw at left-back with Reguilon obviously now out injured. It's going to be Casemiro at holding midfield. Amrabat in the box-to-box midfield position. I just think he's the one I need to go for in these big games with Bruno Fernandes in his usual attacking position. Antony and Rashford in the wide areas as always, with Rasmus Højlund fresh off the back of that fantastic performance against Sheffield United leading the line once again. Subs bench is of course as you'd expect. Dalot, Mount, Martial, Maguire, Sancho, McTominay, Lindelof and Kobbie Mainoo. Bring it on City. Let's see what you've got. So for Manchester City, it is Ederson in goal, a back four full of centre-backs. John Stones, Ruben Diaz, Akanji and Nathan Ake. Rodri in his usual holding midfield position. Kovacic and De Bruyne in the middle. Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden in the wide areas. And that man, Erling Haaland, leading the line up front. I'm confident. I'm positive. The fans aren't happy. They're questioning why I've picked Amrabat. Let's hope that's the right decision. But if it's not, at least we've got Mason Mount available from the bench. Let's get straight into it. Luke Shaw nips in on Bernardo Silva and drives with real purpose. Into the box. It's put behind for a corner. It's been given as a penalty. Rashford's gone down. Everything's happening at once here. Manchester City are going absolutely mental. It looked like a good tackle from my perspective, but I will take it if it's given. No penalty, says the referee. I'm not surprised at that, but now we need to find out what's happened to Rashford. But when you go onto the squad screen, it said he's injured but wants to play on. I'm going to take the risk. He's been our best player so far this season. We need him for games like this. I'm going to take the risk for now, but obviously his fitness bar has really gone down. So we'll see how he lasts for the next few minutes. And if we have to take him off, we have to take him off. In the meantime, corner for United. Luke Shaw with it. Varane heads it straight into Ederson's hands. Well, amazingly, we've now made it to the 30th minute without any other incidents. It's been a very even game, but there's been no actual chances. Man City play this one back to Ederson. We've basically just been physical with them. Picked up a couple of yellow cards along the way, but on the whole, it looks like we've been doing all right. De Bruyne looking to create something here, though. Finds Ake into Rodri. Onto Kovacic. Ruben Diaz. It's a very good move. And Haaland scores, but he's got to be offside. I'm not even concerned about that in the slightest. Yeah. Absolutely not. Not even close. Not even close. Nah, why are we even looking at that? Yeah, the linesman put his flag up straight away. Kovacic feeds it back to Stones. On to Ruben Diaz. They're piling a lot of players forward, Man City. Could really exploit them in behind if we get a chance. Ake round the outside. Another ball in towards Haaland. And that's going to be comfortable for Bayandir. Bruno Fernandes with a free kick. Finds Højlund! Oh, how has it not been put in? Comes to Bruno Fernandes. He goes down. Højlund put it across the 6-yard box. I mean, it's definitely not going to be a goal on goal line technology unless I'm missing something here. But it just shot across the box and no one was there to put the ball in the net. Best chance of the game so far. Now Varane finds Bruno. On to Martinez. A goal before half-time could be absolutely priceless. Shaw and Rashford look to link up again. Here's Amrabat. On to Casemiro. He gives it away to De Bruyne. That's really sloppy from Casemiro. And now Foden's away. And he's just going through. Phil Foden. Big save by Andir. Best chance for City so far. Casemiro needs to sharpen up there. And that concludes a very cagey first half. The scoreline remains 0-0. Very limited chances. The best chance of the half coming for Højlund at that back post. Couldn't get the header in. And then he plays it across the box for no one to be in there. Which is a real shame. But I'm going to keep the players going. Rashford looks like he's recovered from his knock. It does say he's still injured in the bottom corner. But his fitness is actually higher than Luke Shaw's now. And even Højlund's up front. So I think Rashford's going to be alright. Let's see if we can motivate the players even more to give themselves in this second half. City get this second half underway. And immediately it is De Bruyne on the ball. Flying past Hernandez. Bruno's having none of it. He wins it back. And Wan-Bissaka looks for Amrabat. Out to Varane. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Can Manchester United build up here? Fernandes dispossessed from behind. That looked like a foul. Haaland goes for goal. And it is a phenomenal save from Bayandir to force the first corner of the second half. Still think that was a foul from behind by Foden though. De Bruyne puts the corner in. Varane heads clear. And the threat looks like it's been dealt with for now. And now there could be a United break because it's Anthony who goes back instead of playing it to Rashford. Wasted chance there, I think. Out to Wan-Bissaka. On to Anthony. There's space inside for Bruno if they can find him. Goes back to Varane for now. Now it's Bruno. He looks for Anthony in behind. It comes to Rasmus Højlund! Again, I think this could be tight for offside. It's definitely tighter than City's. I think it's Anthony. I think Højlund's onside, but I think Anthony could be off from the pass from Bruno. Oh, it is goal disallowed. Both sides denied by the offside flag on VAR. Oh, it is a lot tighter than the Haaland one. And it was a perfectly timed ball. And what a finish from Højlund. Come on, boys. Well, here's a substitution that would never happen in real life. Rodrigo has been substituted for Calvin Phillips. That certainly is an interesting one. Hopefully we can exploit that. So time to make a couple of changes of our own. 3 changes, in fact. Rashford hasn't actually had any impact on this game since the injury, so I am going to take him off and put Jadon Sancho on. But I'm actually going to swap Sancho and Anthony, try and get some more wide play going. I'm also going to change the strikers. Højlund is looking tired, although he did obviously finish well. But I want to keep that intensity up, so I'm going to put McTominay up front for him. And as I said I would if we wasn't winning, I'm going to put Mason Mount on for Amrabat. I'm also going to try and exploit Calvin Phillips coming onto the pitch. So I've pushed Bruno just a little bit further forward. And it actually improves his star rating, puts him up to 4.5 stars when he plays right in the attacking midfield position. So shape doesn't really change, just Bruno just a little bit further forward and a couple of personnel changes trying to win the game like this. Free kick to Man City here. De Bruyne takes it, looking for Ruben Diaz. Comes to Julian Alvarez, who shoots. Well blocked by Martinez, his fellow World Cup winner. That'll be a Man City corner. Phileas Foden to take it. Fernandes clears. Straight to Martial, who it bounces off his head and goes out for a throw-in. That is about as Martial as it gets. Another free kick to Man City. Casemiro booked. De Bruyne goes for goal and he nearly finds it. Good effort from De Bruyne. Another throw into City deep in their own half. Bruno nicks it, but it falls to Ederson, unfortunately. I've gone for it. I've set us to now very attacking. So, like I said, if we lose this game trying to win it, it is what it is. I'll be disappointed, but this is how I want my team to play. I want us to try and win football matches. Good pressing again. McTominay tries to steal it. Haaland onto De Bruyne. Back to Haaland. His first real opportunity in behind. And Dalot clears to Bruno Fernandes. It's end-to-end stuff at the end of this football match. Mason Mount looks for Bruno. There could be a huge opportunity here. He puts Scott McTominay through. Scott McTominay! The flag's up again! I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Goal disallowed again! I don't believe it! It was so tight. Oh, no, it wasn't. The angle deceived me. I thought he timed it perfectly. It's another great finish, but it's another disallowed goal. 7 minutes of added time here. Can Manchester United or Manchester City find a winner? Corner to Manchester United in the 93rd minute. It comes to Bruno Fernandes. Plays inside to Luke Shaw. Martinez, Varane, Sancho, Bruno! Oh, it was half a chance. It was half a chance. Final minute of the game. Throw into Man City. It's short from Diaz. Fernandes finds Sancho. Jadon Sancho. Dalot. Fernandes. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes is in! And it's blocked. And it's cleared to Haaland. But out of play. Dalot finds Bruno again. Dalot drives down the outside. He's past Doku. Still Dalot. Whipped in towards Mount. Headed clear. Haaland for City. Julian Alvarez. They're flooding forward in light blue. It's Doku. It's Haaland! Goal given. I'm sorry, is that not offside as well? It's a good finish, but that looks offside to me. Oh, it's Martinez. Martinez has played him on. Is there still time? Varane. Dalot. Sancho. There isn't time. Look, I said it. I was happy to lose trying to win. But to lose it beyond added time. There are only 7 minutes added, don't forget. 7 minutes added. And Haaland has scored in the 98th minute. So, something needs to be looked at there. But, oh, that's so frustrating, man. That is so frustrating. Be interesting to know what all of the afterthoughts are on this game. I don't really know how that sort of side of things go. But it is defeat for United. We gave it a hell of a go. We had our chances. We took our chances, albeit when they were offside. But ultimately, it's Erling Haaland that sinks us once again in the 98th minute, 1 minute over the allotted time that was allowed. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.